If you see her here, say hello. I see one person in there. Got loud people in the background. So, hello, everybody. What's going on? See what's going on. What should I watch tonight and chatter with? Anybody's got any questions, wrestling related or not? We can sit here and talk about it. It's not really that big a deal. Mr. Eric, friend Eric, I should say. Hello, how are you? I'm going to watch this Danhausen interview. I'm not sure if that's something that I should try watching now because it's probably something I should pay attention to. How's that sound? Any good wrestling events going on in your area this weekend? Are you attending any? I think there was a Shut Up and Wrestle show this weekend, correct? Maybe catch up on SmackDown because see what happened there. I am just going live just to shoot the shit and see what anybody else wants to talk about. I love Danhausen too. He's great. Hello. Who is my favorite wrestler from WWE and favorite wrestler from AEW? WWE, jeez. I really like Brock as far as like nowadays. Right now, seeing that they kind of I like Walter as well. Walter is very good. Roderick Strong is good. I don't know what his status is currently. Let's see what else was there. And AEW, they have a really impressive roster. They have a very impressive roster. So, I like what's that guy's name? Tony Nese. I like a lot, even though he spent some time in NXT, WWE, and 205, all that stuff. So, there's a lot of great wrestlers out there in AEW. It's hard to pick just one as my favorite wrestler. Shut Up and Wrestle was today. Did you make? I haven't been able to go to any wrestling for a while. You should change that. Seriously. I was at Paradise Alley last night. That was a fun show. It's recorded, so we're going to be putting it up on YouTube very soon on this channel if you get a chance to check it out. So go there and check it out if you can. I have a lot of footage to put together for it, so keep an eye out for it. The Guardian of Chaos, Big Daddy, is here. Yeah, money, I understand. You're at PAPW too. Yeah, it was a fun show. I thought that was one of the best shows they had in a while. So, very good show. Sorry, kids in the background. Yeah, I love going to the Paradise shows. Anybody has any questions? Basically, this is just a bullshit. Have fun, just kind of sit around and such. Asking questions. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, had to unmute the mic or mute the mic for a few minutes. So, yeah, PvP is coming back April 16th. Tickets went on sale today. Yeah, I saw somebody post about that. What area of Massachusetts is that in? I did see that. There's a lot of good shows coming up to Connecticut. Random indies just starting up, it seems like. Again, I'm trying not to bang this microphone with it. Let's see. Thoughts on Lord Stephen William Regal and his potential role in AEW? I'm glad that he has a job. I think that he is the guy's very important to professional wrestling as a whole. Seriously, I loved his role. I loved him as a wrestler in WCW. I loved him in his role in NXT. I think that there's a lot of potential there. Really, I think he's like one of my favorite wrestlers of of that style, I should say. He's always very impressive. So, and he's great at what he does, as past his in-ring days. So yeah, Western Mass. I wonder how long that is from here. I'm not sure. Need something to watch, guys. All right, I found something on the High Spots Network. The best of Kevin Sullivan in the Savoldi's organization. Hopefully, this isn't going to be too loud. So I'm going to try to be here for roughly an hour, depending on how long my kid will let me be here. We're home alone. Where is Jamie? I just kicked him out of the room because he started making too much noise. I don't know if you heard the loud clutter of smashing and cars in the background, but that was him. House of Glory Salvation was good last night. I'll probably get to that. There's a lot that I have to try to catch up on, but I did hear that show was happening. Watching the old American Chopper show. I remember that show. I haven't seen that and come across that in a very long time. The only show I really like to watch is Storage Wars. As many times as I've seen every single damn episode, I never get tired of it. Excuse me. All right. The Briscoes are now ROH and HOG tag champions. That's pretty freaking awesome. I wonder what's going to happen with those guys. They're taking part in the Crockett Cup. Was that next month? No, it's this month. It's a couple weeks. Why is this not playing? Play feature. Let's try this again. Oh, there we go. Now it's working. Them boys, yeah. They're probably one of the greatest tag teams in the last probably 10, 15 years. They've been around for a very, very long time. Very long time. As I was saying, before the Paradise Alley show from last night, I really had a good time. It was a lot of fun. I think that there's some returns there last night of people I have not seen in quite some time. Well, maybe one, but somebody that I really, really enjoyed watching there. Let's see, my face is kind of, there we go, a little bit better, I think. There's a lot of good stuff there. Low Key and Biff Busick, yes, aka Only Lorcan. I saw Biff post some pictures from that. That seemed like it was probably a damn good match because those two, I really, really like Biff Busick. Enjoyed his work. I have a couple of his DVDs. Low Key, I've been watching, for a very, very long time. I remember when he used to work indies here in Connecticut. I'm sure, actually, you probably worked with him quite a bit. GOC. I remember seeing the first time I think I'd ever seen him was when he worked with Xavier, the late Xavier. This is like years prior to either of them joining Ring of Honor, probably before Ring of Honor was even a thought. So that says anything. That's how long he's been around. Mr. Kanata, Mr. Trivia for the Top Rope Report. Hello, sir. How are you? Haven't heard from you. You said you were going to give me a buzz. Give me a call later. Talk about that thing about the Top Rope Report. Hope everything's well with you guys. Good. NWA has been solid. NWA is good. I'm going to watch today's NWA USA after this. My son Jamie he's 6 years old. That's like his favorite wrestling to watch is the NWA. I haven't watched today's yet. The only thing I have to complain about with the NWA is when they have Velvet and Austin Idol in the booth at the same time. The two of them bickering is not, it's grating on the ears and not in a good way like it's supposed to be. But let's see. Why is this thing? Okay. Yeah. Let's see. So far, going into show number 423. Congratulations, Mike and Nugster. Guardian of Chaos. Okay. Results from PAPW full card. I'm not giving out the full results. You're just going to have to tune in when they in just in 2 weeks when these episodes start to get out there. Actually, if you give me a call, I'll probably give you the results. So I need people to tune in. It was a solid show. Flash and I forgot his first name, Alexander, put on a really good match. That was really, really good. Lucas Chase and Steven Garcia, that was a really, really good match. That was a really good match. Was it the two? I forgot their names, but it was Jay Bricks, and so Richard Stone. Is that his name against the Haven? That was really good. Adrian Santos returned against Lou Jacobs. That was a pretty solid match. I'm trying to remember what else there was. I know there was a couple other matches. Somebody I don't remember the name, so I'm gonna have to reach out and figure out who the hell that was. But good show overall. Like I said, probably one of the best shows of theirs I've seen in quite a few months. So you guys remember, I'm sure now this is a match that I'm watching here. It's Maniac Mark Lewin turned heel and became Purple Haze and teamed up with Kevin Sullivan as part of the. This is pretty interesting. This is when they worked. I know they worked the Florida territory for quite some time. This is when they moved over to the Savoldi's ICW. How was Mario Mancini? Mario's great. Great guy. Tried to get me some Nick Gage autographs off of him, and I was like, hell no. Sorry, dude. I was not interested. Sorry. But yeah. Good dude. So what does everybody think about what's his name? Big E breaking his neck. What I've watched that video several times. I know last night I was at PAPW and my buddy Andy was texting me, talking to me about it. And wow, man, I didn't really realize how bad it was until I got home and was on Twitter and saw the clip and him coming down right on the top of his head on on the concrete. People, of course, always giving people a hard time. Ridge Holland. I mean, like mistakes happen in matches all the time, so you're not going to be perfect. But that was it was a brutal fall. All right, Mike. After 8 o'clock, I'll be around. Prayers for Biggie, absolutely. My other one is they changed Pete Dunne's name to Butch, and he's joined up with Sheamus. What the fuck is that all about? Like, seriously, that's ridiculous. Say he has movement. Yeah, he says he's moving. He's doing lots of stuff. He's able to move, and he's only I guess it was two of his discs or two of his vertebrae, excuse me, broken. So I guess he's going to be better. I guess there's no spinal damage or anything like that, so he has time. PM me your number. I got a new phone. Okay, no problem. After 8, I will do that, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So yeah, Pete Dunne changing his name. Well, not him changing his name, but WWE changing his name to Butch, and he's got a new gimmick. He's joined up with the Sheamus and such. And why, after a gentleman has, he was in WWE for a number of years, and all of a sudden they just changed his name under Pete Dunne, the name Pete Dunne, and then they just changed his name. Nobody thinks it's ridiculous? My God. Excuse me. This is why. Well, I wouldn't say this is why I don't keep up on it, but I do. I do not keep up on that product a lot. I hear a lot about that stuff from people at work. WWE stuff. So I usually tune in for like the bigger events, mostly the pay-per-views. So everybody think of WrestleMania coming up. The card announced so far has not been wanting me to tune in. All right, everybody. Sorry about that. And daughter walked into the room. Um, so does anybody have anything interesting to talk about? Anybody, anything they want to bring up? Oh, you know what? Of course, right? I got something here. I got a package. Do you see it? Okay, I do see it. I guess I'll do this unboxing. It's really cool. Looking forward to Brock and Roman again. Looking forward to Stone Cold, and that's it. Yeah. Brock and Roman, I'm sure, is going to be a great match. I'm trying to figure out which way it's going to go. How many times have they gone against each other? Am I correct? I was having a discussion with somebody at work tonight, and I could have sworn they had already met twice. The Hall of Fame induction, of course, yes. I'm looking forward to that. Stone Cold, of course, will be entertaining. Brock and Roman, I'm sure, is going to be a great match. I mean, yeah, Brock and Roman, excuse me. So I got something here in the mail. Guardian of Chaos, you'll like this, I'm sure. I had to buy this. It's a friend of ours, mutual friend of ours. Posted this on their Facebook page and the link, so I had no choice. I had to buy it because it's pretty interesting. I know it's probably... I got myself my very own. Got a Mario Mancini shirt. Where is it? Am I frozen? Okay. There we go. It's not showing up on the screen because of my background, because of the green screen. But either way, I bought my very own Mario Mancini shirt. So there. But yeah, they made it look like a Nintendo package. It's pretty interesting, kind of entertaining, and I had to get it. The Hall of Fame so far, the Undertaker's been announced. One other person's been announced, correct? Oh, Vader, yeah. And rumor is that the Steiners and Sid, but I don't think they've been announced yet. Probably at the beginning of the week. Mancini's Weenies. Well, the summer's coming, so hopefully that'll be happening again, right? I have not seen you at a show. You got to come down, hang out, have a little fun. Let's see what else. My kids are the loudest kids on the planet. Does anybody else have anything interesting to talk about? Because I just wanted to come in here and talk about the Biggie neck breaking. Talk about Butch. I don't have, there hasn't been much else. I haven't been able to keep up a lot of times with a lot of wrestling lately. I've been at an extremely busy schedule. I did watch Wrestling Open this weekend. Got to see the Miracle Generation and Ichiban work. They've been killing it out there and beyond. Lots of fun stuff. Yep. Stay in faith, y'all. Look up to the sky. The big man is here. Yes, yes, sir. Hang on, Oh, I didn't mute my mic. I totally thought that I muted my mic. Good thing I didn't say anything bad about anybody. So a lot of people are out at big time wrestling today, out in I know it's somewhere in Connecticut. I'm not sure. Scott Rogers, what is happening, sir? Scott Rogers down in Florida. How you doing, my friend? I am here just having wrestling conversation. If anybody's got anything interesting to say, Scott Rogers, I'm sure you might have some interesting questions. So we are live via Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So, get a chance, share it up. And yeah, so I'm just looking if anybody's got any other questions. Let me see. I'm trying to think of some great stuff that I've seen in the past, like when I was a youngster. I remember, maybe towards the future as I'm getting into doing these live feeds and stuff, I'll actually come prepared with notes and such. But I think last time I was here, I was talking about how I did the my first event was what was it? A WWF TV taping in New Haven Coliseum, New Haven, Connecticut, headlined by Andre and Savage. And I just remember when uh, Hogan annihilated Boris Zukov. I don't really remember what else. And I think what I'm going to do sometime soon is research the results from that, because I'm sure that I can find them. If I'm able to find it on YouTube, I'll be able to find the results. I'm sure there's a WWE database site that I could probably find on third row seats in WWE Road to WrestleMania tomorrow. Interesting. What is on that show tomorrow, Scott? I'm not sure what is on that show. So let's see. Okay, there you go. So yeah, I'm just gonna say, like, growing up in New Haven area, we had the New Haven Coliseum. There was a lot of really cool stuff. I'm sure the Guardian of Chaos will tell you as well. We had a lot of great shows in the Coliseum in Hartford. And I'm trying to think of one of my other favorite shows that I went to was a Raw taping back in the early days, and I remember that was the one where they had the battle royal, and the last two participants would meet the following week, which was the same evening. They were taping. They would do one live show and then do, tape two. So I remember it was Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, and Rick Martel at the end, and then they wrestled later on in the evening, which ended up being the following week for the title, and that's when. So I got to see that, and that was quite exciting, actually, and being a youngster enjoying that. Well, I was probably in my later teens, but yeah. And eventually I'll go into my discovery of wrestling outside of the mainstream, outside of like WWF and the NWA and AWA and stuff. I'll meet how I first discovered independent wrestling. So what's the weather like where everybody is today? It was snowing like crazy, kind of. Well, not like snowing like crazy, but it was like icing, and it was coming down. The roads were real slippery when I left for work this morning, so it was pretty nuts. And then went to go drive to Walgreens with my wife after work, and it was very, very slippery and pretty freaky. Roman Reigns, Usos, Sonya, Naomi, Big E was supposed to be there. A 6-man tag match, but obviously, yeah, he won't be there. He broke his neck. So prayers to Big E to a speedy recovery. I hope that he will be able to return at some point. I think that he'll be able to. All signs are pointing to yes so far, but I mean, I know it's only been 24 hours. So we'll see what happens down the road. But I wish to see him come back. $50 and cloudy. 50 degrees ain't so bad. It was a lot colder here today. But living in New England, one day will be freezing, the next day will be freaking hot. So I'm hoping that it improves. I think in the next few weeks it's going to improve. Yes, sir. I think maybe I'll just discuss my first non-WWF show. I mean, we didn't get a lot here. As far as I knew, it was before I knew how to find out about that stuff. And obviously there was no internet. My first WWF, or my first non-WWF show, was an independent show. North Haven Fair used to book wrestling. I ended up getting the VHS tape of one of the shows, the previous year's shows that had Demolition Axe and against Greg Valentine, but I ended up going, I think the following year, I think it was Jimmy Snuka and the Metal Maniac headline, if everybody remembers that. And then, um, and I'm trying to think, I remember Gorgeous Chris Duffy was there. He always wrestled, he always, did enhancement talent on um, WWF TV. Hillbilly Cousin Luke, who, made his name in the territories and became Hillbilly Cousin Luke in WWF. I think in the 80s, was always worked at Misty Blue Sims. There was always, I remember Bert Centeno was there, who was quite the, he also did a lot of enhancement work for WWF, but I remember watching him in the Savoldis as well. That's pretty much it. That was a fun show. I can't really remember a lot more about it. Scott Rogers, you're not a Patriots fan, are you? No, I'm not a football fan at all. Outside of professional wrestling, baseball is my other sport. Boston Red Sox. That's pretty much that. Yeah, football just bores me to tears. Does anybody else got anything else they want to shout out? And by the way, tomorrow night, I think tomorrow night at least, I don't want to go ahead and just scream it out, but I believe that me and Marcel will be back tomorrow night on our regularly scheduled podcast evenings. We'll be right here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So live. I cannot give you a time until I speak with him. It'll probably most likely be probably around 10. So keep an eye out for all that stuff. We'll be talking about the week in professional wrestling and probably upcoming Paradise Valley events and what's going on in the world of professional wrestling in general. And Marcel Williams. Are you a football fan, Scott? Are you a baseball fan? Are you upset with the lockout? What is your favorite sport? Anybody that's in the chat right now, what is your favorite sport? Anybody? There's going to be a lot more happening here with PWZ again in the future. One thing is that we're going to be bringing on guests again. We're going to be bringing on a lot of guests. I got a lot of people I've been talking to, so I want people to be able to check that out and be interested. If anybody wants to come on as a guest, you should reach out. We've got a lot going on coming up, starting to be taken, starting to kick ourselves back into gear, basically. Missed a lot of stuff. All right, so Scott Rogers, wrestling first, then probably baseball. My opinion on professional sports is overrated. I'd rather watch college sports than support professional athletes. Scott, you're correct. It's a lot of those guys are out their asses off. you know, trying to get to that professional level, and they are trying harder and they work harder. So it definitely makes it way more interesting. So I like where you're at with that response. Or I do. What does everybody think of Tony Khan purchasing Ring of Honor? What does anybody think of what's going to happen? My guess is he'll be running shows. The rumor is that he'll have some of his AEW guys go in there. I'm guessing people that were associated with uh, Ring of Honor at times. But they got a big, gigantic event coming up. In April? Uh, so I'm interested to see how that's going to flow and how it's going to go. We don't have to chat wrestling. We could always talk about other stuff if anybody's got another interesting. No politics. No, Jesus Christ. Can't even talk today. No politics, though. I don't like to bring politics up. I just not interested in having that kind of discussion. I want to see Shane. Hold on. I want to see Shane Taylor show up on AEW. Let's see a second. Yes, Scott, you are correct. I would love to see that happen. Shane Taylor is quite the amazing talent. I really, really enjoy him. I had a chance to interview him, probably about a year ago, a little bit over a year ago. He was a lot of fun, pretty cool. And I enjoyed it. He had a lot of really positive things to say. Really did. And I'm probably, maybe I'll broadcast that live to tape at some point. Throughout this, I'm going to start replaying a bunch of stuff live on the YouTube channel. Try to help out a little bit, trying to get views and such. So I wanted to try to get people involved, try to get things like that. I want to see people watching the stuff that I've done in the past that I feel was really good, that I don't really feel like got enough attention, and that's one of them. So I'm probably going to be replaying that. I've already pulled a couple interviews, video-wise, to rebroadcast. So I'd like to see a lot of people check it out. Don't worry. When I'm going to start doing newer interviews. I haven't done any quite a few months, but I've been speaking to some people. You will find out about it as I find out about it. Everybody will. I don't normally like to announce stuff until I actually have it recorded and in my hands and ready to edit. So just in case anything happens like that. So keep an eye out, please, for some good stuff. I'll replay that Shane Taylor interview at some point. Got a lot of stuff to play. Is there anybody else that you'd like to see that were in Ring of Honor? There's a lot of people I'd like to see that like pop up in AEW, or anybody you see that was in AEW that probably wasn't a lot of. Everybody was basically let go, and how do you say it? Basically let go, and they were just going to bring people in non-contractually. So I'm interested. I'm interested. I think what's his face? Was it O'Shea Edwards? Got signed somewhere. Was it Impact or was it or was that? I think it was Impact. I don't think it was AEW. I'm pretty sure it was Impact. So do about 10, 15 more minutes here before I decide to. Can't even see my clock. Before I decide to close it up. So if anybody wants to get any questions, where is Cody Rhodes heading in your opinion? Whew, that's a rough one, man. I really have no idea. I think he's playing the sides. I think he's trying to see who will offer him the most money. That's my personal opinion. Is he really going from AEW? From what I understand, yes. I've heard that he is really gone. So I have no idea. Like, is he actually talking to WWE? I'm sure he has spoken with them. Did they offer him a large amount of money? Possibly. Where is he going to end up? I don't know. It's very strange scenario. Uh, but it's definitely one that I want to keep my eye on and see where he pops up. Some people are predicting that he's going to up in Run Ring of Honor. From what I understand, that is not going to be the case. So yeah, I'm not sure if that's going to really actually happen. So maybe he'll start his own thing, like altogether. I have no idea. I don't think that. I don't think he's going to end up back in AEW. From what I understand, he's not. This is not going to show up in AEW. If he shows up in WWE, I just find that very interesting. And if he is, then he's going to. If he does show up in WWE, it's going to be just in time for WrestleMania. Let's find my remote. All right. Which I find very interesting. I find the whole entire thing very, very interesting. I'm more interested. I don't know. One of the things is that I'm really into. What is your opinion of on Slam Crate? LOL. Well, I got 2 crates from them. It took almost a year for me to get them, so I'm sure you can imagine my frustration with them. Then they said they weren't going to charge me, as I've complained, not in these words, but basically, I complained too much and told them I wanted to cancel my subscription. I ended up getting charged for another box. Literally. I went in, took my credit card information out. I still have yet to receive that third box. I don't know if it has shipped ever. Um, but I'm still looking. Slam Crate has I've gotten 2 shirts out of there. I know I think that, mind you, it's like too much of a novelty. The 2 shirts that I've gotten out of there I've kind of enjoyed. One was the Eddie Guerrero shirt and one was a Drew McIntyre shirt. I both enjoyed both of those shirts. Um, Everything else in there, the pins are kind of cool because most of them are like belts, kind of looking like belts, but all the other stuff is just stupid novelty stuff. I couldn't take it. If you guys are joining in, I see a couple other people have joined in. Please say hello. If you have any questions or want to discuss something, please put it in the chat. I'm going to be here for about another 15 minutes or so. Um, so jump in the conversation. Agreed. I totally understand. They did it to me too. Have you ever received another box? Because I was told that it was going to be canceled, and then they ended up charging me again. In it wasn't in 2022, but it was like later 2021. I'm interested to eventually get it. I'm hoping that I do. I see that High Spots has stopped their box altogether. They're no longer doing their crate. Their I don't want to call it crate, but their boxes. Have you, Scott? Have you subscribed to the AEW crate? I have yet to. I was going to, but then I decided not to. And then when I went to go sign up for the next one, then it was canceled, or not canceled, sold out. So then I just said, fuck it, never mind. So if I got the cash for the next one, maybe I'll do it. We'll see. It doesn't really bother me. I'm not like a total AEW fanboy that I'm going to need uh, that stuff like that. Excuse me. I'm watching King Sullivan annihilate. Oh, is that Hercules Ayala? It looks like. I think could be wrong. I hope I'm not. Looks like it's from WWC, Puerto Rico. Is anybody looking forward to the Crockett Cup? I see David Crockett's going to be there. I'm really looking forward to it. That this year, I'm actually looking forward to the Crockett Cup way more than I'm looking forward to WrestleMania. For me, Crockett Cup is going to be a bigger show. Um, like I said, I know I've said this many times. I think that the Fixers are going to be the team that take the whole entire thing. Legit. That's what I think. Let's see what else anybody's got. Do. Maybe I will go live during the Crockett Cup. Was anybody thinking about that? And I'll sit here and chat, and you all could um, join in and just say ridiculous stuff regarding the Crockett Cup. March 19th and 20th. I am off, and I will be sitting here watching, ready to discuss all the greatest in NWA today. Yeah. I'm really interested in the main event, night two, the world title match. Nick Aldis and NWA World Champion Matt Cardona. My guess is that Nick Aldis is taking the title. I could be completely wrong. I hope I'm not wrong, but that's my choice. That is my choice. Okay, so this just in, literally. Cody, looking at the WWF Old School Facebook page, they have their, WWFOldSchool.com. See, Cody Rhodes WrestleMania status, 38 status will be clear. Monday Night Raw. WWE officials want to book Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 38, but Cody hasn't signed with WWE yet. WrestleMania 38 is in 3 weeks, and WWE needs to book Rollins in a program for the show as soon as possible because time is running away. According to Wrestling Observer, Cody's WrestleMania status will be clear after Monday's Raw in Jacksonville. Now, quote, if he's on the show Monday, you already know. If he's not on the show Monday, they don't do with Seth whatsoever. That means they're still talking and hopefully doing something. If they start Rollins on with a new feud with somebody different, that tells you that Cody Rhodes is probably not at WrestleMania or they're playing hardball back with him. So I'm guessing that he's looking for a larger amount than they're willing to spend. We'll have to see what happens. I might actually tune in on Monday and see how this works out. Well, folks, I guess that's it. I'm going to wrap it up. I will be back tomorrow night with Showtime. Marcel Williams. We will be talking about the week in professional wrestling. Enjoy your night, everybody, and make sure you follow PWZ on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. You can follow PWZ Podcast on Twitter, and you can uh, follow me on Twitter at the Rick Del Santo. Take care, everybody. Have a great evening.